Oh, may He protect us both together. May He nourish us both together. May we work conjointly with great energy. May we be vigorous and effective in our study. May we not mutually dispute. Let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. Shaunaka, householder of fame, once asked Bhagwan Pippalada of Angira's family, "In this body, the divine city of Brahma, installed, how do they create? Whose glory does this constitute? Who is he who became all this glory?" Unto him, Pippalada imparted the supreme wisdom of Brahman, that is prana, the Atma. He constitutes the glory of the Atma, the life of the Devas. He represents both the life and death of the Devas. That Brahman who shines within the divine Brahmapura, or this body, as the faultless one, devoid of manifested effects, self-effulgent, all-pervading. It is he who controls the jiva, like a spider controlling the king of bees. Just as spiders by means of one thread project and withdraw the web, so also the prana, who retires, drawing back his creation. Prana belong to the nadis, or subtle nerve cords, as their devata, or indwelling deity. One in dreamless sleep goes through that state to one's own abode, like a falcon and the sky. Just as a falcon goes to its nest, born on the sky, he states, just as his devata in dreamless sleep runs not away even when struck with a stick, even so he does not also attach himself to good or evil consequences of the life's ordained activities. Just as a child enjoys itself spontaneously, without motive or desiring fruit, even so this Devadatta enjoys happiness in that state. He knows being the light, supreme, desiring light, he enjoys the light. So also he returns by the same way to the dream state, like a leech, just as a leech carries itself onto the other points in front, first fix him upon the next point. And that state which he does not give up for next one is called the waking state. He carries all these states within himself, just as a Vedic deity bears the 8 sacrificial cups simultaneously. It is from him that the source of the Vedas and the Devas hang like breasts. In this waking state, particularly good and evil obtain for the shining being, the self as ordained. This self, the being, is fully self-extended into world forms. He is the indwelling controller of things and beings. He is the bird, the crab, the lotus. He is the Purusha, the Prana, the destroyer, the cause and effect, the Brahman and the Atman. He is the Devata making everything known. Whoever knows all this attends to the transcendent Brahma, the underlying support, the subjective principle. Now, this Purusha has 4 seats: the navel, the heart, the throat, and the head. In these shines forth the Brahman with 4 aspects: the state of wakefulness, the state of dream, the dreamless sleep, and the 4th or transcendental state. In the wakeful state, he is Brahma. In the dreaming state, he is Vishnu. In dreamless sleep, he is Rudra. And the 4th state is the supreme, indestructible one, And he, again, is the Sun, the Vishnu, the Ishvara. He is the Purusha. He, the Prana. He, the Jiva, or the animate being. He is the fire, the Ishvara, and the resplendent, that Brahman, which is transcendent, shines within all these. In itself, it is devoid of mind, devoid of ears, of hands and feet, of light. There neither are the worlds existing or non-existing. Neither are the Vedas or the Devas or the sacrifices existing nor non-existing. Neither is the mother or father or daughter-in-law existing nor non-existing. Neither is Chandala's son or Pulkasa's son existing nor non-existing. Neither is the mendicant existing nor non-existing. So neither all the creatures of the ascetics, and thus only the one highest, Brahman, shines there. Within the recess of the heart is that Akasha of consciousness, that, with many openings, the aim of knowledge within the space of the heart, in which all this, the outside universe, evolves and moves about, in which all this is warped and woofed. One who knows this knows fully all creation. There the Devas, the Rishis, the Pritis have no control. For being fully awakened, one becomes the knower of all truth. In the heart, the Devas live. In the heart, the Pranas are installed. In the heart exists the supreme Prana and light, as also the immanent cause with threefold constituents and the Mahat principle. It exists within this heart, that is, in the consciousness. Put on the sacrificial thread, which is supremely sacred, which became manifest of yore with Prajapati, the first created being himself, which embodies longevity, eminence, and purity, and may it be strength and puissance to you. The enlightened one should discard the external thread, putting it off with the sacred tuft of hair on the head. The supreme Brahman, as the all-pervading one, is the thread, and he should put this on. The sutra, or the thread, is so called because of its having pierced through and started the process of becoming. This sutra verily constitutes the supreme state. By whom this sutra is known, he is the Vipra, the sage. He has reached beyond the Vedas. By it all, this universe is transfixed, as a collection of gems is stringed together on a thread. The yogi, who is the knower of all yogas and the seer of truth, should put on this thread. Established in the state of highest yoga, the wise one should put off the external thread. One who is really self-conscious must put on the thread constituted by the awareness of Brahman. On account of wearing this sutra or thread, they can neither become contaminated nor unclean. Those, namely, who have this thread existing within themselves, those with this sacrificial thread of knowledge. They, among men, really know the sutra, they really wear the sacrificial thread on themselves, who are devoted to Jnana, the highest knowledge, who have this Jnana for their sacred hair tuft, this Jnana for the sacred thread. For them, Jnana is the greatest purifier. Jnana, that is the best as such. Those who have this Jnana for their tuft hair are as non-different from it as if fire from its flame. This wise one is really said to be a Sikhi, or a wearer of the tuft hair, while others are mere growers of hair on the head. But those belonging to the three castes, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaisyas, who have the right of performing Vedic works, have to put on this, the common sacred thread. Yes, surely this thread is ordained to be part of such works. One who has the Jnana for his tuft hair and the same for his sacred thread, has everything about him characterized by Brahmanhood. So know the knowers of the Vedas. This sacred thread, yajna of all-pervading reality, is again the purification itself, and that which is the end-all of Vedic works. And the wearer of this thread is the wise one, is yajna himself as well as the knower of yajna. The one Lord, self-effulgent in all beings, remain hidden, all-pervading and the self of all beings, controlling and watching over all works, good or bad, living in all creatures, and the witness, the supreme intelligence, the one without a second, having no attributes, the one intelligent being among the many inactive, he who makes the many from what is one, the wise men who find out this self, theirs is the eternal peace, not of others. Having made oneself the Arani and the Pranava, the upper Arani, and rubbing them together through the practice of meditation, see the Lord in his hidden reality. As in the oil in the sesame seed, the butter in the curd, water in the flowing waves, and fire in the chamois wood, so is the Atma in oneself to be discovered by one who searches for it through truth and austere practice. As the spider weaves out the web and again withdraws it, so the jiva comes out too and goes back again to the wakeful and dreaming states, respectively. The heart, the inner chamber of a heart, resembles the calyx of a lotus, full of cavities and also with its face turned downwards. Know that to be the great habitat of the whole universe. Know the wakeful state to have for its center the eyes. The dreaming state should be assigned to the throat. The state of dreamless sleep is in the heart, and the transcendental state is in the crown of the head. From the fact of an individual holding his self by means of prajna, or spiritual understanding in the Supreme Self, we have what is called sandhya and dhyana, as also the worshipping associated with sandhya. The sandhya by meditation is devoid of any offering of liquids and so also of any exertions of body and speech. It is the unifying principle for all creatures, and this is really the sandhya for ekadandis, from which, without reaching it, the speech falls back with the mind. That is the transcendental bliss of this embodied being, knowing which the wise one is released from all bondages. And this bliss is verily the self which pervades the whole universe as the butter diffused within the milk. This is the Brahmopaniṣad, or the supreme wisdom of Brahman, in the form of a unity of the Atman of all, founded on the spiritual discipline tapas, which is nothing but the vidya or science of the soul, Atma. May He protect us both together. May He nourish us both together. May we work conjointly with great energy. May our study be vigorous and effective. May we not mutually dispute. Let there be peace in me. Let there be peace in my environment. Let there be peace in the forces that act on me. Here ends the Brahmopaniṣad belonging to the Krishna Yajurveda.